4 on analysing resources and capabilities changes the focus from the outside of the organisation to the inside. It argues that it's essential for strategy development to analyse the resources and capabilities of the organisation, particularly those that are crucial to adding value in the organisation and those that give competitive advantages to the organisation. It's often the case that the two areas are interlinked. High value added is often associated with high competitive advantage. The chapter looks at value added first and then competitive advantage. In resource analysis, it's important to begin by analysing the complete range of resources and capabilities of the organisation. They form three parts: tangible resources, intangible resources, and organisational capability. For example, in the fashion industry, tangible resources would include the physical premises of the fashion company. Intangible resources would include the brand names that are associated with a fashion company such as Gucci or Saint Laurent. Organisational capability will cover the key senior managers and other organisers in the company and the skills and techniques that they possess. For example, the skills of designing new fashion garments and organising successful fashion shows. Let's turn first to value added. It's resources that add value to the organisation. They take the inputs from suppliers and transform them into finished goods or services. The value added is the difference between the market value of outputs of an organisation and the costs of its inputs. It's possible to calculate this accurately for an overall company, but very difficult to do so for individual parts of the company. When used in calculating value added, therefore, the concept is often left unquantified for individual parts. And even for the total company is very often used in a more conceptual framework, as you will see if you look at the case of the fashion industry in Chapter 4, where the value chain is explained. It's worth taking some time to understand the value chain. The value chain identifies where value is added in an organisation and links the process with the main functional parts of the organisation. It's split into primary activities and support activities, and you can read about this and the diagram for this on page 132 of Chapter 4 of the text. If you look at the fashion industry case study on page 142, you will see that there are 2 or 3 areas that have high value added within the value chain. Operations, a crucial element with a famous designer, for example, and marketing and sales high, because the fashion shows in Paris, Milan and New York and the special media coverage that go with that provide major value for any fashion industry company. Essentially, therefore, the value chain identifies where value is added in different parts of the organisation, and where the organisation, of course, may not only have value added but also competitive advantage. In searching for competitive advantage, the resource-based view argues that the individual resources of an organisation provide a stronger base for strategy development than industry analysis. The reason is that the resource-based view, often called the RBV, will identify those resources that are exceptional and deliver competitive advantage. There are 7 elements that may be associated with the RBV. Prior or acquired resources, number 1. Number 2, innovative capability. Number 3, being truly competitive. Number 4, substitutability. Number 5, appropriatability. Number 6, durability. And number 7, imitability. It's not necessary for an organisation to possess all of them to offer competitive advantages. Each organisation will have some unique combination of resources, some of which will deliver competitive advantage. Importantly, there is no general agreement on what constitutes the best single approach to the development of sustainable competitive advantages. Two general approaches have proved useful. Distinctive capability from Professor John Kay, which includes number 1, architecture, number 2, reputation, and number 3, innovation. And separately, core competencies from Professors Hamill and Prahalad. Another final approach that has gained ground is that knowledge of the organisation is crucial to competitive advantage, and this is explored in Chapter 7.